This full moon is in the mystical sign of Pisces and lands in Revati Nakshatra, ruled by Mercury, the star symbolized by two fishes or a drum. And when we think of these symbols, it encourages a certain flow, a rhythm for us to tap into, amplified by Mercury's wisdom of intellect, adaptability, and movement. The constellation resembles the deity Pisces, who is the nurturer, the one who is protective, devoted to loved ones, artistic and creative. Pisces likes to lead the way, gently with compassion, and guiding others on their path, and helps to create a safe passage for the next chapter, essentially helping us to shine a light on what needs to shift, with deep nourishment and care for our soul. What makes this lunation auspicious is that Pisces is the last sign, and Pisces is the very last lunar mansion in the Vedic zodiac, which signifies this lunation is doubling up on completion, the end of a cycle. This full moon is also blessed, as it is Sharad Purnima, signifying spiritual renewal and prosperity. Pisces is the sign that is soft, dreamy, intuitive, and sensitive, and ruled by the benefic Jupiter. Currently we have Saturn and Neptune transiting Pisces, which is really propelling us into a time of introspection, shedding light on karmic insights, particularly in relationships. Although Revati wants to be gentle, the shadow side can lead you into greater insight of where you are focusing your attention, where you give more than you receive in partnerships or between your work-life balance, or how easily you give into addictions and illusions. Since Jupiter rules Pisces, it is magnified through Revati to broaden your perspective, to cultivate deeper self-trust, and there is a felt sense of being able to navigate conflict with compassion, as this lunation really touches the heart. But on the other side of the coin, you may fall into emotional avoidance and wanting to escape reality or dealing with people. The test is reaching a biting point. Can you hold compassion in conflict? Can you hold the balance between doing and surrendering? Acceptance plays a huge role in landing into a place of equanimity that is grounded, mature, and willing. Saturn here will force us to move from denial, not to keep us stuck in victim mode or feel like we're always suffering, but to move us along on our individual path by honoring responsibility, accountability, and discipline. This trio is hard to face, especially when we don't want to, but in the end, we become victorious. Why? Because we've learnt long withstanding lessons, developed a steady rhythm of discipline that creates greater tapas, which actually leads to more long-lasting freedom. So swim in the ocean and dream, but also come up for air and start connecting to what you can build on your landscape. Revati will pave the way for new beginnings, professionally, personally, spiritually, or emotionally. Saturn enforces discipline. Neptune will say, run away. Revati will say, trust the process. But what do you say? You can commit to building your aspirations. You can make peace with change by accepting, trusting, taking responsibility, and building a new structure. In this way, the heart is still leading with faith and compassion, but practicality also plays a role. And don't forget, the dreamy parts of Pisces aren't to be ignored. Dreams are certainly clear and revealing, and they also open up the channels for vivid creation to connect to your own rhythm and vision. Mars in Libra at the full moon may highlight more tensions to the surface in partnerships, whereas Mercury wants to mediate and negotiate with tact. This interplay asks for you to assert needs, speech, and ideas with compassion and awareness of when a pause is more necessary. This is supported by the soft approach of Revati in Pisces. Be grateful with a full body feeling for what is clearing. Thank the space that is being created from any push-pull dynamics, closures and endings taking place in any part of your life, and boundaries you enforce. The Revati moon reminds us that endings are beginnings in disguise. Trust in the passage you enter is guiding you home within to an abundant new start.